Alright guys, how's it going? Francisco Velasco here with another video for you guys. It is Thursday, which means there's Liga MX tomorrow, and there's predictions from me today. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting Jornada 3, week 3 in the Liga MX. We started off on Friday. We have Veracruz against Morelia. Yeah, should be a good game over there at the Estadio Luis Pirata Fuente. Two teams that haven't looked the best so far. Morales definitely look better. I mean, they're coming off a 3-1 win against Santos Laguna. Veracruz, you know, they lost 2-0 against Lobos WAP. And yeah, not looking promising for Veracruz at all. But I always say that, you know, it's a very tough place to go visit, you know, Veracruz. And yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it ends 1-1. It's a very tough game, physical game. Might not be the most exciting game. So yeah, that's my prediction for that one. Alright guys, next off we have Atlas against Pumas at the Estadio Jalisco. Atlas is coming off a terrible 3-0 loss against America at the Estadio Azteca. The team just looked absolutely awful in that game. The defending was weak. The goalkeeper, Jose Hernandez, had a few errors as well. But overall, Atlas does have a decent team. Let's see what happens there. I mean, you know, in the midfield, they do have some interesting players like Brian Garnica, Juan Pablo Bigon, Clifford Albuagie, the Ghanaian midfielder. But yeah, let's see what happens with Atlas. They're an interesting team. They always do play better at home. But, you know, they're going to face a Puma side that is just very, very good. They're coming off a 5-3 win against Necaxa. That was absolutely insane. 8 goals in that game was insane. Their defense is a weak point, though. But they should be able to get the job done against Atlas. I think this game ends 3-1 at the Estadio Jalisco. Pumas in Pumas' favor. I think they are the better team. I think they should be able to get the 3 points. Alright guys, keeping the ball rolling with Necaxa against Lobos WAP on Saturday. Should be another pretty good game, but obviously I think Necaxa are the favorites to win, especially they're at home at the Estadio Victoria. Necaxa is coming off a 5-3 loss against Pumas UNAM, which doesn't look the best on paper. But, you know, the team looked good. They are exciting going forward. They have the leading goal scorer of the league right now, Victor Davila, a Chilean, 20 years old, has 3 goals so far. And, yeah, I mean, they'll have the home field advantage. They do have the better team. Lobos WAP has an interesting team with Colin Kasim-Richards there. But that's all I'll say. They're just interesting. They're not the best team. And I think Necaxa has this one easy, 2-0. Alright guys, next up, Pachuca against America over there at the Estadio Hidalgo in Pachuca. To me, this is a pretty obvious one. Pachuca has not looked good at all. They seem to be missing Keisuke Honda in there as their creative spark. Yeah, they just haven't been able to do anything going forward at all. I mean, they still haven't scored a goal yet. And against America, it's going to be tough. You know, they do have a good defense, America. They're coming off a 3-0 win against Atlas, which is a good result, but they didn't play the best. But still, I mean, they do have the better team. They have looked better than Pachuca so far. I mean, especially in terms of creating goals, I would say. And yeah, I think America has this one easy. I don't think it's going to be the easiest game, but I do think they'll get the result. I would say a 2-1. America takes it. All right, guys, next off, my game of the week, Cruz Azul versus Tigres. I'm sure that's everybody's game of the week. But yeah, for me, those are the top 2 title contenders for the Apertura 2018 season. Yeah, both teams are undefeated. Both teams have 6 points so far. Cruz Azul is coming off a 1-0 win against Chivas. Tigres are coming off a 1-0 win against Xolos. And yeah, should be a very good game over there at the Estadio Azteca. Both teams have excellent players, excellent managers as well. And yeah, I think Cruz Azul is going to step back a bit, though, even though they are at home. Just because I think that's Pedro Caixinha's style against these type of teams that tend to control more, tend to have more possession like Tigres. So I think Caixinha will step back a bit. Going to be cautious against this Tigres team just because that's his style of play. But still, I think it's going to be a very good game over there. And yeah, should be good. My prediction for that one, I think Tigres do take it 2-1. I still think they have the better team. Sorry, Cruz Azul fans. I just think they do have the better squad. Alright guys, next off, Querétaro versus Monterrey, or Monterrey versus Querétaro, over there in Monterrey at the Estadio BBVA Vancomer. To me, very easy one. I mean, one of the clearest games this weekend. Monterrey should be able to win it, or especially over there at home. And yeah, I think Monterrey will take it 3-1. Querétaro's coming off a 1-0 win against Pachuca. Monterrey's coming off a 2-0 win against León. Despite that win, I mean, Querétaro's still a pretty weak team. They still haven't looked great going forward, despite having Rafa Puente as their manager, which is very surprising. And yeah, I think Monterrey will take it 3-1 over there at home. All right, guys, next off, a very obvious one for me. It's Toluca against Chivas on Sunday morning, Sunday after, or noon, right at noon. And yeah, I think Toluca has this game easily, especially over there at the Estadio Nemesio Diaz. The return of Jose Cardoso to the Estadio Nemesio Diaz. He's done it a few times already, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's a storyline, right? But yeah, I mean, the Chivas team looks terrible. They lost 1-0 against Cruz Azul. They lost 2-1 against Xolos in week 1. Toluca is actually coming off a loss, 2-1 against Puebla over there at the Estadio Cuauhtémoc. But they do have the better team, and they're playing at home, so they should be able to take this game easily. Prediction for that one, I think Toluca takes it 2-0. All right, now Santos versus Puebla, two teams that are very dear and near to me, to my heart. You know, love those teams. But yeah, should be a very interesting game over there in Torreon at the Estadio Corona TSM. Yeah, Santos is coming off a rough 3-1 loss against Monarcas Morelia. They narrowly beat Lobos BUAP 2-1 in week 1. These are not the same champions. You know, they lost 2-0 against Pachuca during the week in the Copa MX. Jonathan Orozco actually played in that game. But yeah, let's see if Orozco plays in this one. Acevedo made some mistakes last week, the young goalkeeper. So yeah, let's see if Orozco gets back into the lineup. We'll see how it goes for Santos. I mean, it's been rough so far. I don't know. It's going to be a tough game, especially against Puebla. You know, Puebla are coming off a 2-1 win against Toluca. I already counted them out, really, after they lost to Cruz Azul. But against Toluca, I mean, they look great. They played their game, you know, possession, passes, over there at home at the Cuauhtémoc. They tend to play differently away, though. Enrique Mesa tends to be more conservative, which might happen in this game. I don't know, though, because Santos isn't the most imposing threat, really. They do have good players going forward. But let's see how Enrique Mesa sets up his team for this match. He does tend to use 5 at the back sometimes. So it'll be interesting there. But yeah, for me, I think this is going to end 1-1. I think it's going to be a good game over there in Torreon. All right, guys, last one. Xolos against León at the Estadio Caliente. I'll be at that game. Expect a video about that game, about that day, about, you know, a blog. And yeah, guys, should be a very good game. It's a Clásico. It's a rivalry. I mean, you can call it a Clásico if you want. A lot of people don't like it. I mean, but definitely for Xolos fans at that stadium, it's a Clásico, guys. It's a Clásico. And yeah, it's going to be intense over there at the Estadio Caliente, especially if there's León fans, which there will be. They tend to travel decently, actually. And I do expect to see some León fans there. But yeah, that should be very intense over there at the Estadio Caliente. León has looked terrible. They're coming off a 2-0 loss against Monterrey. Red cards by Fernando Navarro and Pedro Aquino. They won't be available for this game. Xolos has looked decent. They lost 1-0 against Tigres, but they played very conservatively. They played very defensively in that game. So yeah, I mean, and then there's Tigres, you know, a super team. And then in week 1, they beat Chivas 2-1. But yeah, I do expect Xolos to take this game. I mean, especially there at home with the artificial turf, which everybody seems to be struggling on, even in the women's games. I mean, that's always a topic now. Alan Pulido, quick shout out to him. He even said that those types of fields should be outlawed in the Liga MX. I mean, so yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be an intense game, though. I think Xolos do have it, though. I think they will take it 2-1. Final prediction on that one. And yeah, guys, rounding out the video. Expect that video. Will be a blog tomorrow. Sorry, I've been kind of slacking it this week. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you.